This changes everything. If you know where that's from, you're goated. And not just because of the roster leaks, but how the roster leaks affects everything in Sparking Zero going forward. Before we get into this, we will be talking about the roster leaks, and I know there is a group of people that are trying to avoid said roster leaks, so I'm gonna give you a few seconds to leave the video. Just instant transmission out whenever you... Oh, there they go. Okay. For the rest of us that are still here, what's up everyone, it's the Gris Rogue here, stepping out of the shadows to brand new content, and the roster leaks of course happen and everybody's seeing it at this point, at least you're trying to avoid it like I just said, because some people are not too happy that, you know, the roster got leaked, and they preferred it would have been shown in a trailer, which I agree with. Of course I seen the leaks, like it literally showed up everywhere I was at, so I couldn't avoid it. I didn't even know about it until it was too late, but I do agree that it would have been extremely hype if the final trailer, they like fill out the roster, which is something I always kind of figured might happen, but I was like, the way I seen it happen was they were going to fill out the rest of the roster with super characters, and then the screen was going to crack and be like, oh, GT, and I was like, oh, okay. Now they took that and then some. It would have filled out the rest of the roster with super characters, and then the screen probably would have cracked, and then they would have been like, here's the movie characters, here's the rest of it would have been hype as fuck. Unfortunately, they got kind of stolen from us, at least those of us that actually looked into the leagues. But I'm sure it'll still be a hype trailer when it happens. But regardless of that, why this changes everything is now we got to look at things entirely different. Like, for one, the reason why this changes everything, it's not even just about the roster leaks, although that is important. The roster leaks already just, if anything, gives us some questions, because the fact that there's still going to be DLC seasons most likely, but the change for DLC itself is definitely different, because for example GT is definitely still going to be a season, but it won't be like, oh, we're getting GT Goku and Vegeta because they're in base game, thank God. But Super 17, who even though I didn't really care for, some people did mention that, hey, he is one of the main 3 villains from GT, which is, I mean, yes, you're right, he should have been there in base if that's the case, but you know, I'm not complaining. I'm just happy GT made it in base. I'm happy a lot of these characters made it in base. Janemba, let's go. But I will say this, GT definitely will get a season pack or a season, however they go about it. But I hope that they'll justify each season with kind of a little bit like the Xenoverse treatment, which some people have been comparing this game to Xenoverse, which is, I don't know what you're on, but you need to share it with the rest of the class, man, because that shit is too damn strong. But what I'm saying is Xenoverse, they would release a lot of DLC, and it's still going at this point, which is crazy to me, but they'll release DLC with even story and cutscenes. So I'm hoping that with some of these future DLC packs and stuff that happens, it's not just they're adding more characters or adding a little bit more story. Like if they did a GT season and it's a whole GT story mode, I'd be cool with that. That would like the price however it is for that DLC. Of course, you would expect Super 17. I would hope to see more of the Shadow Dragons, not just Nova and Ice Shinron, but the rest of them, at least the ones that aren't too gimmicky, I guess. But even if they are gimmicky, cool, whatever, throw them in. I would like to see GT Goten as well. A lot of Z characters didn't make it in, like we didn't get Kibito Kai or the Supreme Kai. Even for the movies wise, we got like Garlic Jr.'s final form or whatever, but we never got his first form, which is crazy. Paikon's not in there. So, and then like we have Kid Goku, but Kid Goku doesn't have his Great Ape form. So what I think is going to happen, if that, based off this logic, right, is we're going to get like an OG Dragon Ball pack. Think of getting like General Blue, Kid Chi-Chi, Grandpa Gohan, all that, Android 8, and then Goku, Kid Goku at least, Great Ape form, but it'll be tacked on to the Kid Goku that's already in the game, which, if you were unsure you were gonna have Goku in this game, you're fucking fine. There's so many Gokus, it's insane. There's literally 3 Kid Gokus. You got Goku OG, Kid Goku from Daima, well, not really Kid, but Mini Goku, whatever, another mini version, all right? And then you have GT Goku, and I'm just like, damn, that's 3 kid versions of him. We haven't even got to the adult yet. But besides that, we didn't get all the movie characters because Zenya from the BoJack movie or BoJack Unbound, she's not in there. I didn't expect, now this would be a weird one, I mean, you let me know in the comments if you want them in or not and would it make sense. I don't really see them putting Fasha back in the game, like from Bardock's crew. Fasha, I don't know if another one of his crew was in there, maybe I'm tripping, but I do at least remember Fasha being in the group or in the game in the old ones. I don't think she would come back. But I do think it'd be cool if they gave us Gine, even though she didn't really do anything. She didn't have a moveset. But like, let's be honest, Fasha didn't really do a lot, and they put her in the game. So I don't know. It'd be cool to kind of have Goku's mom in the game too. Just off of that, there's like so many avenues they can go for DLC. I was also considering, or at least thinking, I always thought that, okay, well, the final trailer for this game would be the super characters like Frost and everything. And Frost is in this roster, but there's no Magenta or Winnie the Pooh. I can't remember his actual name, so I just been calling him Winnie the Pooh. You want to correct me, go ahead, but even if you tell me the name, I'm still just gonna call him Winnie the Pooh. Regardless, those characters were actually in somewhat relevant from, at least in Super, from Universe 6 tournament to the Tournament of Power. They had some moments. So the fact that they're not in, I could also see Super being a DLC pack on its own as well, with more of those characters being added in. Kaba did make it in, so that's cool. I figured he was going to be in the base roster. I just assumed, you know, most of the Super characters were going to be in base, and then we really wouldn't have to see them as DLC. But since what happened in the leaks and everything, that what we've seen changes a lot. Another thing, the secret character they were kind of trying to keep hush up, and was like, this character's never been in a Dragon Ball game, honestly was the biggest right field we just got punked I've ever seen kind of reveal, or at least now that we know, is Daima Goku is the supposed secret character that's never been in a Dragon Ball game, which they're not wrong. It's like really good wordplay. They didn't lie. It's Daima Goku has never been in a Dragon Ball game, but it is still another fucking Goku. And he's my favorite character, don't get me wrong, but god damn, I'm getting tired of seeing his hair. So yeah, if you were expecting anyone cool, like maybe like Toribot or another character from another series of Toriyama's, hell, it could have been Arale or some shit like that. Well, no, because she's been in previous Dragon Ball games, but anything else would have been better, honestly. I'm a little disappointed by that. Like, it's okay, cool, another Goku, yay, but damn, that secret character isn't special anymore. I'd rather it just be Android 21. Like, that would have, I mean, granted, she's been in Fighters, but still, like, anything else, but whatever. Speaking of Android 21, she should be DLC as well. Like, throw her in the game. Come on, just put her in there. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching the video. If you enjoyed it and like just discussing or stuff, or if you want to comment something, go ahead. If you like the video, go ahead and like the video, and back to the shadows I go.